Here we are at Zana's Flaming Grill. You may recognize it from Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares, and this is what he had to say about this place.
When I first arrived, I didn't think a relaunch of this restaurant was even possible.
So let's hope they pulled their act together, and let's get on in there. Come on. How are you? Do you have dine-in too? Yes. Oh, okay. For two then? Thank you very much, I appreciate that. Looks like they changed the cover from the episode. It doesn't say dinning.
Mediterranean bistro, an exquisite dinning adventure. How do you spell dining?
D-I-N-N-I-N-G.
So you wrote this menu?
Dining is D-I-N-I-N-G.
Well, here we are at Zana's Flaming Grill. As you can tell, they definitely kept up all the decorating that Gordon did in the show. Here was the before he came in, and here's the after. It looks a lot better from just my point of view of looking at the show. We are just coming out of COVID, so obviously, you know, it's not gonna be up to full capacity here. They have things a little bit different with, like, I don't know, a table with the menus right when you walk in, so you don't actually have to come in the restaurant unless you're really gonna eat here. We watched the Gordon Ramsay show. Yeah. We just watched it last night, so we wanted to come by and try it ourselves. So yeah, here we are. Do you want me to remove the stuff behind you?
If you want to.
Yeah, because it'll look nice.
Because people notice everything.
I know. At least the dirty dishes aren't out in the front like they were in the show, right?
Were they?
Yeah, did you watch the episode?
I watched it, but I didn't pay attention.
Oh, in the episode they had all the dishes like right up against this wall on like a table.
It's a disgusting busing station. It looks dreadful. There has to be a much better place to put dirty dishes than that. That's bad. Just drop all those dirties there.
Yeah.
This section?
Yeah, it was just like on a table. Is Faye or Brenda still working here? They're not. So it's the new owners?
Yeah.
Oh, really? When did that happen?
I don't know.
You don't know? How long have you been working here?
2 months.
Oh, okay. So you're pretty new. Oh, okay. You don't know when that happened though? Like when the new ownership happened? Interesting.
I don't have much information about like their stuff.
Okay, no worries. Thank you very much. Okay, so we might have some new ownership here, but you know, let's see if they kept on Gordon's, you know, his recipes and his same good food. That's what really matters here. This might be the perfect time out of all times to tell you guys need to pick up one of these shirts. If you don't like this shirt, I have tons of other options at BrennenTaylor.com. Pick up a t-shirt. If you get a food review one, you might get discounts on food places that you go to because everyone loves a good food reviewer. Pick up some stuff, BrennenTaylor.com.
And this is Jake's about to review! Alright, first off, I almost tripped on this thing. We'll say, floor is sticky. Kinda has a weird scent. They have this weird red stuff going on. Damn, this floor is so bad. They need to clean this. I will say the restaurant just opened like 30 minutes ago and they did not take the trash out from the night before. I don't know, they have no toilet seat covers. The paper towels are just sitting on top. There's more toilet paper on the sink. Kind of weird vibe. I don't know how I feel about this place already, but I definitely would not take a number 2 here. Hopefully the food doesn't ruin me and I have to. Let's go.
So first off, they do have a bigger sized menu with a lot of different items on here, but I will say each of the items have a picture accompanying it, so you get to see what you're ordering before you order it. Something that is good when restaurants do, because sometimes I don't know what, you know, something looks like that I'm ordering, and I'm like, I don't know. We just found out that there's new ownership.
Yeah.
I honestly never dreamed about owning a place like this.
The people that are here don't really know much about that or anything that's going on, so I mean, we're gonna do our best here. We're gonna see how the food tastes, and we'll give you guys a full review of the place. But as far as, you know, Gordon's practices and stuff, they might not have gotten passed down to the new owners, so we'll see.
There is no more yellowtail on the menu.
Ooh, they got rid of the yellowtail. Maybe they couldn't keep making it as fresh as Faye was making.
That wonderful yellowtail. Again, soda potatoes, red onions, and we serve, grill the fish, and send.
Or maybe they couldn't keep the prices the way they wanted to.
Inflation, it's a real thing.
They do give us complimentary water.
That is a good thing, but I want to just point out that, you know, maybe it has new owners, but they're still really trying to sell off of the Gordon Ramsay. Like, he's literally plastered on both of their windows right out front. So they're obviously still trying to sell from the show. They're still trying to, that's where their publicity, I think, comes from.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, we're ready to order.
When did this episode air? Do we have a date on it?
It was episode season 8, which was towards the end, I feel like, 'cause I think it went 10 or 11 seasons. So let's see. Season 8, episode 8, May 2014.
Okay, so it's been 8 years.
8 years ago.
And I will say the restaurant's kept up.
Yeah, I mean,
like
it does have its little dings and beatings going on.
Like it says no paint, like no paint esta. Like I feel like they're painting the bottom part of it.
Maybe
They're trying to bring it back.
fix things up a little bit.
Maybe they switched over like really soon.
I think they might have recently.
Maybe she's the owner.
I don't know, because she just got hired 2 months ago. She said that she doesn't even know who the owners are. Does that make any sense? On their menus, it's stated as like people love us on Yelp right there. Let's see if people actually love them on Yelp. Because they actually passed on a pretty successful business because it has 4.5 stars, 1,500 reviews. I want to see if it says anything about the switching of owners because, I don't know. Excellent service and food. Coming here for years. I feel the owner, Ray. So someone named Ray is the owner now.
Okay.
That's the only information I'm getting here. But other than that, it seems like it's a pretty loved place. So the last update we got on Brenda, the other owner, 50/50 owner, is last review about her was 2015.
Weird. So it was a year after the episode.
So now let's look at Ray. Okay. Oh, so we've seen Ray for literally 12 months ago. The owner, Ray, 12 months ago it says already.
What's the oldest one?
The new owner, Ray, is 2016.
2016. So that means a year and a half, 2 years after
filming the episode, they sold the place.
Wow. We should have looked this up before we came.
And listen, we should have, but in the episode, Faye was super like, this was all she had.
Do you want to continue?
I do. This is all I have. I'm just burned out. I overwork.
I mean, look at her. She's literally breaking down crying that if she loses this, she'll lose everything. Like, so it's like she maybe saw a little bit of success right after. And hey, that's maybe what any good businessman or businesswoman would do is they saw the hype from the show and they said, this is our time to get out of this hell.
Yeah.
They flipped it, they sold it, they got out, and they wiped their hands with it.
And I hope they're living the life in the beach somewhere.
I mean, yeah, maybe. Hopefully living in a beach house, chilling out.
Wow, that's crazy. This is the first time this has happened to us too.
Yeah, I mean, usually they're either shut down completely or they just cease to exist, but I've never seen one transfer hands to a whole different owner. So.
And so quickly after the success of the show, being on that show, we've heard from everyone that comes here that it brings so much more clientele right away from just being on the show.
Which makes me think it's like if you were to buy a stock in a company and it skyrockets, you're gonna sell it, right? Right after, on a high, take your profits. So that could have been something that really happened here.
But it's also crazy that the paint and stuff stayed the same after the new ownership. Maybe because he's trying to pull in the money.
I think so, because we can see the Gordon Ramsay pictures outside. Another thing that we heard from past restaurants is that the stuff that they get is like cheap quality. These are the same chairs that were here for 8 years that Gordon put in.
Cheap.
They're solid. And all the decorations, look at the clock on the wall. Like that's the same stuff. Even down to the painting. Like
I mean, even
8 years
lights
ago.
are really cool.
So our appetizers just came, and looking at this sampler plate here, I will say straight up from the show, you guys remember.
Wow. Why is all that oil on there?
We usually drizzle the top of our appetizers with olive oil.
Or flood?
Usually we drizzle, but it looks like there's a little extra put on
Yeah, I'll
today.
say.
It was so oily. This one, on the other hand, doesn't look all that oily. And, you know, it was Brenda's tradition, as she said in the show, to put a lot of oil. Now that she's gone, it's not like that. So it looks pretty good.
I will say right off the bat, it's weird that they're in to-go boxes, but they're ready to go.
Yeah, it makes it convenient for if you don't finish, which we won't because we have a lot of food coming, to take it. So let's do this, all right? So, fresh pita bread. It's warm, it's nice. That's interesting. Ooh, that's interesting one. An olive one. Their hummus is pretty good.
I don't know about that one. It's
Yeah,
kind of good.
The olivey one is a little weird, but in the episode, their hummus was so bad, Gordon literally went to the market down the road to buy hummus from the market to serve people, and people then were like sold, and they loved the hummus out there.
That's disgusting. That hummus is awful. Why is it so runny?
The consistency could get better.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Sorry for judging. How are we, ladies? Welcome. Hummus, how's that?
With Chef Ramsay seeing so many customers unsatisfied with the same watery hummus that he had at lunch, He has returned from a trip to a nearby supermarket.
I'll show them how good the hummus is.
With a plan.
To share, that's good.
Much better.
Holy crap. I'm running out.
We actually went to the market and bought some hummus. We were gonna bring it in if it was shit, but
It's not.
This is better than the market one.
This is good hummus right here. Jake and I have both had now some really good falafel at that last spot. You know, in that Greek spot that we had. If you guys haven't seen that video, check it out. But it was so nice. These falafels were they were mushy, they were nice, they were tasty. And we've also had on the other end of things where they were crunchy and just disgusting.
And sat
So
for a while.
let's see how these ones are.
Are they frozen?
Yeah, they're frozen. Yes, sir.
Do you know what it says on the front of the restaurant banners outside?
About the catering?
No. Go outside, have a quick look.
Jesus.
What did it say?
Care about quality and taste.
Okay, great.
These ones seem like they're gonna be hard as a rock.
They feel hard on the outer rim, but a good solid outer rim is always good for character. So here we go. These ones are actually pretty freaking good. I won't lie, I think these ones might be better than the last.
Wow.
The last Greek place we went to. And now that I'm like tasting all these different falafels, I'm starting to realize like it's supposed to be a little mushy in the middle, but not too mushy. Crunchy.
Yeah.
This is right down the middle.
It
Perfect.
has a good flavor to it. It has a good like fluffiness when you break into the first crust of it.
And I like this tzatziki sauce because it's more of a liquidity, you know what I mean, in there. When that last place that we had to was such a thick sauce that you really like might even lose bits of your falafel trying to get in there. I really like this falafel. I didn't like them before, but I really like this one. But hey, we still got a lot more food to come, so let's finish up these appetizers and then hopefully our food is better than when Ramsay got it.
This is our Santa combo plate.
No, thank you, Dave. Wow. The meat is just like it's boiled. It's just tasteless. Everything's so good.
We try to make our meat medium, but that looks medium well done.
And the kofta, sadly, is overcooked and dry. It's drier than the sands around the pyramids of Egypt.
The chicken is frozen.
What a shame.
Because we don't want that experience.
They did take the sign off the front that said fresh. But this all tastes pretty fresh.
Pretty fresh, yeah. Better than any store-bought falafel I've ever bought. Then yeah, I've never bought any.
Yeah, never.
All right, so the food has just arrived. It looks good. It is steaming still. We heard it being cooked, so we know it's literally right off the grill and into our plates, or should we say in this case, takeout boxes. But that doesn't matter. Let's see how good the food is. First thing we're gonna start with is the shrimp kebab. We're gonna dip it in the sauce. Don't forget the tomato. That's a bit dry. Yeah. Got no flavor in that shrimp at all. There's no pop sensation. The sauce makes it bearable and gives it a little bit of flavor, but other than that, that's a weak piece of shrimp right there. Good thing we didn't order the whole trio platter of that.
I think that might have been previously frozen.
I think so too, because the shrimp is like very rubber texture to it.
Yeah.
There's no juice, there's no
Juiciness.
life left in this. They fried it to a fucking brim on the grill. So the next thing here is the lamb meatball gyro. And this is something that Gordon initiated and brought into the restaurant. So let's see, was it worth keeping all these years? Or is it something that should be tossed to the side, like Faye and Brenda?
There is like a tzatziki sauce, a yogurt-based sauce in there. The sauce is really, really cold if you touch the bottom of it.
Have your face? It's really prevalent, as you can see all the sauce pouring out of this.
So let's give this
Let's
a
go.
go.
Oh, fuck.
I think the sauce being so cold, like straight out of the refrigerator, turns me off on the sandwich a little bit because it's like a lukewarm meat versus like really cold.
That's like people who store their ketchup in the refrigerator and then try to put it on a hot burger after. Like it doesn't sit well with me, and that's kind of the same situation here. And it's also lukewarm. Like it just came off of the grill right there.
It is in really freezing cold sauce.
That could be a thing. Let's try their fries. So we saw the last Greek place. We know fries aren't Greek or Mediterranean, but the last place we had was good fries. So
Look crunch.
they remind me of Red Robin fries.
They do, very close to it.
But I like that place's fries. So
I will say this doesn't really look like traditional chicken shawarma. It more looks like chopped chicken in the shawarma seasoning,
Yeah.
the way they prep it.
And if you guys remember in the show, one of the issues that the guys were having in the back making the shawarma is that they didn't let it sit right after making it, which was causing it to be super oily.
Make sure that shawarma have no oil in it when you dish it.
A little bit more.
Oh my God. Go.
No.
just seems like everything in here is over oiled.
Do you want me to just take it?
Please.
Okay, sure.
Let's see if that happened here. Let's move this around. Let's just like literally just move all the shrimp and see. I mean, let's just move all the chicken and see if there's any oil under it, right? Oh,
It's usually have oil.
yeah, a little bit of oil. Nothing too excessive. Let's see if it tastes oily at all.
Dry side.
Oh my god. How does this place have 5 stars? That's the driest chicken I ever had in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So, another thing that Gordon found when he went into the back of the kitchen was tons, weeks worth of frozen food.
This stuff has been in there so long, it's all freezer burnt. Any chance of any flavour has gone, a bit like the flame on the grill. Just boxes of meat prepped in bulk. They say fresh, flavourful food. My arse. I say frozen, frozen, frozen. That's gross.
And I think they're still keeping up a practice like that because something about this chicken just doesn't taste like it's deliciously fresh, you know?
No, but it did take a while for the food to come, so that's very interesting.
Well, they had to thaw it in the sink like they were doing in the show.
This was in the sink in a bowl of water.
We run the water on it to defrost it.
Running hot water on it, what does that do?
It's not hot water. I run cold water.
It's warm on the outside and solid in the middle. So when it's different colours like that, do you know what that means? The meat is cooked. Even before you start turning this into kofta, you're screwed.
That's true. This one does look a lot better.
Yeah, the meat looks good. No flavor. I can't even taste anything. You know, I think my favorite thing was the hummus. The lady that stepped outside for a second, let's be real. None of this food has flavor. It's dry, it's tasteless, it's like you're literally eating just to add calories to your body for no reason. Like there's nothing good that's coming out, there's no sensation, there's no you didn't hear us once. Maybe on some hummus.
Yeah, the hummus was great.
The hummus could also honestly be
Be
store-bought.
better. Yeah, it could.
Like, cause it doesn't match the rest of the vibe. And it's like, this is right at opening, so it's like their food should be the best.
It has to be fresh.
It should be the best right now. You know what I mean?
All right, we're gonna wrap this up, get the bill, step outside.
And we'll give you our final thoughts.
Yeah, where someone's not walking around watching us eat.
They do that a lot in this restaurant, if you guys remember.
Can you ask Mark very carefully to stop staring at me? Because he's scary. He just stands there and stares.
And it's still happening. They passed that on too. So we just got on out of there, and our final thoughts on the place is I honestly don't know how they have so many 5-star reviews.
There's better Mediterranean food at like a street food diner.
Yeah, like this wasn't what I was expecting. This should have been way better, especially because we were the first customers there. Like the only thing I could think of is that they were, you know, scattering in the back trying to de-thaw this meat, because I definitely don't think any of that meat was fresh. It definitely had 0 to no flavor at all. So, I mean, I don't like coming on and making videos hating on restaurants, and I'm not hating on them, super nice staff, but it is what it is. We give honest reviews, and I think Gordon would come back here and tear this building down, literally.
Over again.
It'll just be dust after. But anyways, guys, that wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, and you want more Gordon Ramsay videos, smash the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, pick up the merch, BrennenTaylor.com, and until next time, we'll see you guys later. Peace.